Hi class, today you're on Module 4, Lesson 23. So today you're going to use number bonds to break apart 3-digit numbers and subtract from the 100. The 3-digit number that you're going to be breaking apart is the minuend. So you're going to use number bonds to break apart minuends and subtract from the 100. So remember, 3 digits means hundreds, tens, and ones. The digit means each number. So in the number 427, this is a digit, this is a digit, and this is a digit. So 4 is a digit, 2 is a digit, and 7 is a digit. So when you have 3 digits, it just means you have 3 numbers. So a minuend, because you're going to be breaking apart a minuend, is the whole. Okay? Oh, you know what? I accidentally wrote whole over here. This should be the part. So the minuend is kind of like the whole. And then the subtrahend is the number that you're subtracting. Let me get you closer. So you're going to be breaking apart the whole, or what we call the mathematical term is minuend. Okay? The number that you're subtracting from the minuend is called the subtrahend. Think subtract, subtrahend. Okay? So today we're going to be breaking down the steps to be able to use mental math, meaning kind of being able to subtract really quickly in your brain. Okay? So the first thing that you're going to do, here's your equation. 123 minus 60. So you heard that we're going to break apart the number. So that's what you're going to do first. You're going to break apart that minuend. Okay? So in the equation, 123 minus 60, 123 is our minuend. So that's the first thing you're going to do. So I'm going to break it apart into a group of 100. And then for the tens and ones, I'm going to keep them together. Okay? Because in 123, it's like I have 100 and I have 23. So instead of thinking 100, 20 tens, 3 ones, you're just going to combine those tens and ones. Okay? So think of it as I have 100, 2 tens, 3 ones. But this, you're going to kind of think of it as 23 altogether. Okay? So now, you're going to subtract from the group of 100. So since this is my subtrahend, and this is my group of 100, I'm going to do 100 minus 60. Okay? So, think of it. 100 minus 60, that's 40. Because if I have 10 tens, which is 100, and I take away 6 tens, which is 60, that leaves me with 40. Okay? So, what you're going to do now is, if you took away 60 from 100, you no longer have that 100 anymore. It's now 40. So now what's left over is 40 and 23. So you combine what's left over, okay? Which is this number right here, 23, and then the 40. So you do 23 plus 40, which equals 63. Because 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 4 tens. So that's 63. So that's your answer. Okay? So as you can see, when you break apart that number into hundreds and then the tens and ones together, you just subtract whatever you're subtracting from the group of 100, which is right here. And then you cross it off and you write the answer.
Gianna and Santos, to the office. Please, Gianna and Santos, to the office.
So you have whatever's left over, and then you have those tens and ones from the minuend, and then you add that together. You got to combine it. Okay? Let's do it again. So, same steps. Okay? Different equation. So let's do 134 minus 70. Okay? So step 1, break apart the minuend into a number bond. So this is our minuend. We're going to take 134. We're going to break this apart into 134. Okay? So now, what you're trying to do right here in that number bond is you're just trying to pull apart a group of 100. Because what you're going to do now is you're going to take 100 and you're going to subtract 70 from that. So you kind of go like this. Okay? So you subtract from the group of 100. 100 minus 70, that's 30. 70, 80, 90, 100. 3 groups of 10, which is 30. Okay? So now you no longer have this 100. It's now 30. So what you're going to do is you're going to combine the 30 and the 34 together because that's what's left. You took away 70 from here. You're left with 30. And then that 34 is from the minuend, remember? So you have what, 30 plus 34. You're going to combine what's left over, which is 64. 34, 44, 54, 64. 3 groups of 10, 64. Okay? Let me show you one more time. Let's do it down here. You have 125 minus 40. Okay? So step 1, break it apart. 125. Step 2, subtract that 40 from 100. You can't subtract 40 from 25, so that wouldn't make sense. You can subtract 40 from 100 though. So you're going to do this. As you can see, you're trying to do it mentally. 100 minus 40 equals 60. And then you're combining 60 plus 25 equals 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. 6 groups of 10, 85. And that's your answer, 85. Okay? So now let's take a look at that problem set. So you're on lesson 23, problem set. Solve using number bonds to subtract from 100. The first one has been done for you. So let's check the work, okay? Question A, 106 minus 90. So here you see that they broke it apart into 100 and ones. So you broke it apart, you took apart that group of 100, and then you're subtracting the 90. So you have 100 minus 90, which is right here, okay, which is 10. It wouldn't make sense if you did 6, if you took away 90 from 6, because that wouldn't be enough. So that's why you're pulling apart that group of 100. 100 minus 90, okay? And then what they did is they have 10, and then they have the 6 left over, so they combine 10 plus 6, which equals 16. Same exact steps, okay? So you're going to do all the problems on the front, and then there's more practice on the back, and then you have that word problem. So it says, use a number bond to show how you would take 8 tens from 126. So it's 126 minus 8 tens. Take 8 tens is the same as subtract 8 tens. That's what this part means. Okay? So you're just doing it again on the bottom. Okay, that's it. Get started.